Hello, my name is Justin Larscheid, and this is my week 2 discussion submission to discuss any of the information from the readings of the week, um, and if I enjoy working in groups, and to share a couple of stories that I have of my own experience working in groups. So here we go. Some of the information that I enjoyed reading about this week was the aspect of group dynamics. I've kind of been aware of what group dynamics are, but more in depth of the aspect of how the individuals within the group work together and then also and interact, and then also how that group interacts with other groups that it works with. I've had lots of experience with that in many different industries, and it's so important. Without having connection and clear communication and understanding within the members of its own group, not to mention just trying to operate with another group, is extremely hard to understand what is expected of yourself as well as what is expected of others, and then to correctly convey those expectations without being rude or hurting others to make them not want to work with you is a very tedious task sometimes, I've found. And so I think that was very enlightening to go through that and to analyze the readings and whatnot, and then to also kind of see what the history of groups were, in a sense, the aspect of the group and just the formation of civilization and the basis and the true foundation of who we are as humans, and the social aspect of us. And we are so entrenched in groups deep down psychologically that I don't think that we even give relevance to it. And so I found that very fascinating as well. Also going through the different stages of group dynamics was interesting as well, and how it spoke about how you can, or groups can regress. You know what I mean? You can go from formation to storming to back to formation, and then you can go to all the way to performing. You know what I mean? But then you'd go from forming to storming to norming to then performing. But then it's just so easy to regress from one stage to another, even if you feel that you have synergy within your group at the performing stage. It's always easy to revert back and regress back to norming if you find that the synergy within your group isn't meshing and working as it once did, as well as the autonomy of your members of your group. Are they unable to meet their own goals as well as the objectives of the group? You know what I mean? Those are really important things that I found interesting. To go forward, do I enjoy working in a group? I am a owner and an operator of a contracting company, and so I found that I have to be able to work in groups and to lead and to be considerate and understanding of my employees as well as myself. That was a big thing also that I read, and that was in the videos, was that you have to lead by example. Without leading from example and showing the proper way of how you want things done and how you would expect things to be done, you can't expect your employees or other members of your group to act in the way that you would want them to, or to act in the way that would benefit the group as a whole, unless you show them the right way and what you expect. Clear expectations and clear communication is so imperative when expecting things from others, but also working with others to work with synergy and work towards a common goal and common objectives. So with that said, I do enjoy working in groups. I am a social person. I like to talk to people and to joke around. It makes work go easier for me. But then again, there's been times when that can backfire on me. You know what I mean? I would feel that there were times when I felt like I led by example and I showed that what was expected, and then there was clear objectives laid out, but then there was no synergy within the group. I don't I when after I had analyzed the situation, I felt maybe that I didn't lead properly, or maybe clear define certain uh, objectives that needed to be met, not only as the group but also as the individual. You know what I mean? Clear objectives is so important, because then the person knows exactly what is expected of them as well as the group. um, some stories of my own memorable group experiences in the workplace. um, there's been times where I've had great group experiences, and there's also been times when I've had horrible group experiences. I could, so just one of each is when, great group experience is I had a $25,000 job, and I was able to hire, four guys that not only met my expectations, but they exceeded my expectations, because they knew what was expected of themselves. But there was also a clear goal that was set that they knew was obtainable. You know what I mean? That when you set these objectives, they have to be obtainable, and they have to be within the realm of your employees or the individuals within your group's skill sets too. You know what I mean? You can't make unrealistic expectations of individuals or yourself, because then there's no synergy that gets created, because then there's no trust. You know what I mean? Trust is very important. Um, a horrible group experience. Well, I'd have to say, I was doing some consulting in the mountains for a big agricultural production firm, and I was a consultant, so I was an individual contractor, and there was problems within the dynamics of the groups, where I was brought in and I was always looked at as an outsider, and there was never inner synergy or trust created. So therefore, I was always looked at with not so much aggression, but doubt and lack of trust, and then it led to a inability to understand all the individuals within the group, and then being able to clearly communicate with them. So from there, without clear communication, there was a breakdown in exactly what my goals were, and then therefore what the individuals of the group and the organization's goals were. And then also ultimately it led to a breakdown within the mission of the organization, because if the individuals of the group and the employees weren't excited or eager to do their job, because they felt that there was distrust within the organization, then obviously they weren't going to do their job to the utmost abilities, therefore letting the organization hurt as a whole. So just lots of situations that can arise from bad or poor group dynamics. Deep down, fundamentally, group dynamics and being social and being able to work together with cohesion and synergy is just utmost imperative and pivotal, in the society today.